Hi, my name is Clay Simmons. I'm the Deputy Director of Public Works here with the City of Lynchburg, wanting to talk to you today about the different materials and methods that we apply to our city streets during winter storms, hoping to clarify any of the misconceptions and misunderstandings about our materials and how they respond during certain storm events. Today we're going to talk about 5 basic materials that we typically use on our streets during any given snow or winter ice event. Those are salt, slag mix, slag, salt brine, and liquid calcium. This and the pile behind me is rock salt. The city has capacity for approximately 10,000 tons of salt between 2 barns within the city limits. Rock salt is typically used as our base material during snow and ice events and is effective down to a temperature of approximately 20 degrees. As temperatures drop and continue to get colder and we find colder pavement temperatures, the response time that it takes for salt to generate brine and start actually melting snow and ice increases. So the colder it gets, the slower the response for the salt to work, and the more salt it takes to melt a given amount of snow and ice as it gets colder. This is one of our stockpiles of iron slag that we have here at the city. Iron slag is a byproduct of the pipe production process and is available to us free of charge here at the city. We typically use iron slag on streets when temperatures are too cold for our other chemical products to work well. Slag is a gritty material that is really just providing traction on the roadways during icy conditions. This is one of our salt slag mix piles of material that we use on city roadways, primarily during ice and heavy snowpack events. Typically, we're trying to apply our chemicals to roadways before there is a heavy layer of snow or ice in place. Once that snowpack exists, we're trying to use the salt slag mix to both provide traction and to provide some melting ability to help break up that material as temperatures start to warm back up. One of the questions we frequently get asked here at the city is why we have not applied brine to roadways in the same manner that VDOT does. Primarily in the past, we have not had the equipment or the ability to apply brine. That's changing this year. This year we purchased a computer-controlled briner, which is behind us. This brining machine takes our regular rock salt that is used on city roadways and mixes it with water to provide salt brine. That brine is used in 2 different ways throughout the city. Under the right circumstances, we'll be applying it as a pre-treatment or brining of roadways before snow events begin. One of the limitations of this is that we have to do so only if it's not going to rain before the storm event. The second use of salt brine for our snow operations will be pre-wetting of salt. Salt, when applied dry coming out of the back of a truck, tends to bounce, and traffic will also move the salt around on the roadway. When the salt can't stick to the roadway, it ends up on the shoulder where it really doesn't provide any help as far as snow melt or keeping roadways open. When we pre-treat our salt with brine, we gain an advantage of about a 40% reduction in the amount of salt needed to treat a given roadway. In addition, brine is very inexpensive compared to other chemical options that we use here in the city. We're able to make the brine for about 10 cents a gallon. This is one of 2 liquid calcium chloride tanks we have here at the City of Lynchburg. Liquid calcium is typically used once temperatures get down below the range that salt is effective at melting snow and ice, which is about 20 degrees. The liquid calcium is fairly expensive. It costs about $1 a gallon for us to obtain it. And because of the expense and the limited quantities we're able to keep on site, we only apply this typically on our primary and secondary roads, and usually only in spots where salt does not appear to be working because it's gotten too cold. We hope this gives everyone a better understanding of the tools that we have in our toolbox for snow and ice fighting here at the City of Lynchburg. With the errors and difficulty in forecasting weather events, we also want it to be clear that none of these tools by itself is a silver bullet that's going to work for every storm event. That said, we hope that everyone will continue to take care in driving on city streets during winter weather events and understand that we will be doing our best to get the roadways open as quickly as possible. Thank you.